Listen, if you're in that current stage of being confused on why your strategy or everything you think you know about Forex is not making you money consistently, then I think you should watch this video more longer and see what my problem was and how I fixed it. I just first started to understand that to have any chance to win a trade consistently, all my trade needs to be systemized. A trade without a systemized approach is more like a blind trade and won't be profitable in the long run. It took me time to understand that Forex is a mind game. So keeping things simple, clean, and clear as possible is supposed to be will get me more better results. See, my account wasn't growing because of risk percentage. Listen and understand. As of 2020 to 2022, I was confused and saying to myself, I've discovered it all out in Forex. I have a strategy, a good number of indicators, and a tight risk management I do. So, what is the problem? Why am I still finding it hard to grow my account or be consistent in profit? I said, no, maybe a big account will solve the problem. But still, even with a $10,000 profit account, I still find it hard to make a progress or even pass the profit account. I was at that stage of waiting for it for the sixth time in my journey. Not until I stumbled upon a video that made me understand that there is three major pillar problem that I have and needs to be fixed. Listen, if you're in that current stage of being confused on why your strategy or everything you think you know about Forex is not making you money consistently, then I think you should watch this video more longer and see what my problem was and how I fixed it. Then you check your own side and see if you have the same problem. Number one problem was systemizing and repeatability. My trades then didn't look alike. And listen, this is nothing about strategy hopping. Now, I'm not going to bore you with that topic. We're talking systemizing and repeatability. I first started to understand that to have any chance to win a trade consistently, all my trade needs to be systemized. A trade without a systemized approach is more like a blind trade and won't be profitable in the long run. And listen to the reason why I say so. This is the kind of trade I used to be in my early stage. When you look at my chart then, there's a lot going on. I used to trade like 4 to 5 different chart patterns. When you look at my chart, you see both the ascending and the descending trend lines. I used to mark out support and resistance zone in my top-down analysis, even though I don't trade support and resistance. Me and indicators then, we are 5 and 6. We are like this together. I had about 3 indicators then. I had AOI, the MMA, moving average. All these mind clouding confluence made me got discussions in my trades. Like no rules for entries, no systemized approach. It made it hard for me to learn from my backtesting trade, because without a system, it was easy for me to take a good trade today and a terrible one that will blow my savings the next, and this cycle continued. I think like this is not bad, it's bad though. Let's wait for Nepal. It took me time to understand that Forex is a mind game. So keeping things simple, clean, and clear as possible is supposed to be will get me more better results. How I saw this was very simple. I started first of all by filtering out all those mind clouding confluences and studied a systemized approach. This systemized approach is based on 4 concepts. These 4 concepts is what I currently trade now, and this honestly changed my life. This changed my life, my way of viewing Forex, and it changed everything for me. It was a game changer for me, because this system brings everything together into a routine, making me able to backtest and know which one would work, which one wouldn't work for me, judging from the data. Let me know in the comment section if you would love me to make a video concerning the concepts that I trade and how I created my own system. I will be honored to make that video for you guys. So if you're interested, leave a comment. After I was able to solve this number 1, this number 2 wasn't any easy task at all. As a matter of fact, it is the main thing that delayed my consistency because I was a swing trader. Number 2 is risk to reward and discipline. These two works hand to hand. As a swing trader that I used to be, it was a very big mental pain for me watching price reverse on position after days of running in a deep 10 times profit to my risk. For the safety of my mental health, I started practicing this 1:3 rules, which is targeting 3 times to anything I risked. At the very first few good trades, This felt like inconsistency problem solved. But still, my account wasn't growing. At that stage, God knows, I was one of the most confused forex traders because I thought systemizing things was the problem. I already done that, and I already have a risk to reward ratio. I nearly gave up for the seventh time again. That was when risk management and discipline came from my rescue. See, my account wasn't growing because of risk percentage. Listen and understand. And this is also where I thank myself for paying attention to math classes, because this is where the mathematics of forex kicks in. When I took time to look into my trade and studied it, I get to notice that my risk percentage wasn't the same in every trade. That is, some trades I risked 1% and the other I risked to over 2%, with the claim of having an A plus setup in that trade. This alone was one of the key reasons why my growth was inconsistent. Because let's do a little math. Do this mathematics with me. If I take, for example, 10 trades with 1:3 rule, in that 10 trade, I risk $50, which is 1% in a $5,000 account, for 6 trades, and then risk $20, which is equivalent to 0.4% of a $5,000 account. Yes, in that same account, and then I lose 6 trades of the $50 and won 4 trades of the $20. Now do this mathematics. 50 times 6 is equal to 2 is equal to 6 is equal to 300. Sorry, is equal to 300. The 4 trades that I won will be $60 for each trade. Remember, it is a 1 to 3 trade, so $20 times 3 will be 60. So 60 times 4 will be $240. $240 minus $300, I will be in a drawdown of $60. In a $5,000 account, that is a 1.2% that I just lost from the 10 trades. This is a problem that I noticed needed to be solved. So I thought of a decent risk percentage that will be decent for my account, that even if I take 10 loss in straight rows, which is close to impossible, I will not lose the account or get into a drawdown that will take me longer to recover. I couldn't come up with any other amount aside $20, which is equivalent to 0.4% of a $5,000 account. So I made it a fixed percentage, nothing much, nothing less. And I found this interesting because do this mathematics again and you tell me which one you prefer. For example, I took another 10 trades again with that same $5,000 account with a fixed risk to reward ratio of 1:3 and a fixed risk percentage, which is $20 equivalent to 0.4. And then I take 10 trades and lose 6. I lose 6 and I won 4. That 6 will be $20 times 6 is equal to $120 loss. And then the win will be $60, don't forget. And $60 times 4, $60 times 4 is $240. $240 minus $120, I'm still in a 2.2%. I'm seeing a 2.2% profit. Even though I lost majority of the trades, I'm still in a good profit. And that was the best risk to reward ratio, discipline and risk management I came up with, which has been helping me for a very long time. That changed my life. Do I make it sound simple? But I have to make it clear that maintaining a certain risk to reward is not easy, because it gets tempting sometimes. Because sometimes when the trade is a very good swing trade, my thoughts will be telling me increase your risk to reward ratio, you get a better result. And many times when my trade hits the swing target, I'll be like, dang, if I knew I should have listened to my thoughts. That's a tempting stage, and that's why I said a little bit of discipline and risk management will save you out, will help you out of that temptation. Please tell me if this video has been informative so far. Let me know in the comment section. 1 minute. On December 2024 ending, I set a list of goals to achieve in 2025, and which one of them is having a 2,000 community on YouTube. I beg you to please accept my invitation to become a member of this growing community by subscribing to this channel and helping me grow it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Let's continue. And then number 3 problem or issue that I fixed in my trading. This number 3 is the business part of Forex. Matter of fact, this is something I learned from successful traders' story. when they are being interviewed. This is one thing I think they have ahead of us. It's nothing other than fear, mindset, and social media lifestyle. Believe this or not, but the urge to become rich quickly with Forex is what has been keeping you and I broke till now. Let me tell you my own story and the mindset I approached Forex with. And hey, this is nothing about shortcut hunting, signals, and this stuff. No, I was among the few that didn't fall for this, at least not for long, until I learned my own lesson. My mindset problem was mixed with self-doubt and urge to be financially free as quick as possible. Anytime I open my chart, all I think is money and how I must take a trade that day. Even with the chart looking messed up and not clean for my kind of setup, I still find a way to force myself and squeeze myself in to trade. You see, that pressure of wanting to be financially free, that pressure of wanting to start paying my bills with Forex, that pressure of wanting to start doing things my own way. You see, all these unnecessary pressures while trading, as if it has a deadline, made it difficult for me to pass profits or scale my account. Even with my systemized approach strategy, my good risk to reward ratio, my discipline and risk management, the work didn't stop there. That is very frustrating. I had to solve this problem, so I also did this one thing that made me get rid of these pressures. And if you really want to know, leave a comment for the video I told you guys I would leave. Do leave a comment. The second to this, number 3, is fear. And this is something every career builder can relate with. You see, when I was still in that early stage of building my risk to reward and discipline that follows it, fear was one of the greatest enemy that I battled with. It made me close trade too early. This often happens, especially when I'm in a losing streaks, that I become scared of markets reversing on me when price is already moving. So that fear made me close my trades. And this early closure of trades without any proper plan disoriented everything I've been working on. The systemized approach, strategy, risk to reward discipline. It's just disoriented because my loss were larger than my wins. You understand? And my account wasn't scaling. It wasn't moving. It wasn't going anywhere. I also had to fight that and got rid of it. And if you still want to know why, don't forget to leave a comment. In conclusion, what I understand about Forex is that Forex is a science. Understanding that if I want to be profitable consistently in a long run in this Forex, I have to master the art, concepts, and elements of Forex trading without leaving anyone behind. It's just like a table that has 4 legs. When you remove one leg, it might stand. Yes, of course, it still have 3 legs, but the balance will not be there. You cannot place your table on top of it. That's just what Forex is. All these elements takes time, consistency, and devotion to find and master. Don't think you can come here in Forex and in 6 months you're already hitting it hard like those that have been here, that know what they are doing for the past 10 years. It might not take it that long, just like it took me to get here, but mind you that in Forex,
a creative mind is a fertile land for growth.